Okay, guys, we are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, I am Agamemnon and I would love to welcome you to StarCraft Happy Hour episode 13, where we are casting in Ireland, which is awesome. As you can see here, I'll just show you guys, see this right here? Well, hold on, I'll hold it up for you. See that? That is an empty chair. That chair is empty because Furious has the flu. Poor guy. So hopefully he gets better, and hopefully he'll be back for episode 14 next week. I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. I'm gonna put on a little music because you guys don't just want to hear me talk. How's that sound? Okay, great. So today, or tonight, what we're going to be doing is basically just going to be enjoying some great StarCraft action. We're going to be watching some replays from FuriousGeorge. Actually, he sent one in because he couldn't be here because he's sick. We also have some awesome replays from Master Mike, and possibly might be getting some sent in to us from Untidy Intent as well, and we look forward to checking those out. So why don't we just jump right into our first game. I'm going to pull it up. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so first we're gonna watch Furious's game. Here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm kind of looking at here. All right, so this is the game between FuriousGeorge. Sorry, his name is shortened, but we use his full name. And it's against a silver player whose name is Dragon Slayer. This is going to be, it looks like a random versus Zerg. So let's check it out. I will go full screen in a second, guys. Oh, it's full screen for you, but it's not full screen for me. Alright, just give me 1 second. I just have to make it full screen. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so let's bring the names up. Let's hit the play button. In the top left, we have from Team Mistake, or MSTK. Let's see if I can zoom in. Hold on. Here we go. FuriousGeorge. He is a Zerg player wearing red pants. And we have in the bottom right, who is presently teamless, Dragon Slayer. Wow, I did that last one pretty good. Cool. Okay, so this is going to be a ZVZ on Akalon Wastes, one of my favorite maps, and thankfully it is still in the map pool. We are watching a bronze versus a silver level player. I won't tell you who's who. And everyone who's watching on Twitch, if I don't get to answer your questions, please stick around for after the show, or direct your questions to Furious and to Happy Apple. They are your moderators for the evening in the chat. So Furious has taken a bit of an early supply lead, following his good, strong macro mechanics, like a boss, sending out the Overlord Scout. Dragon Slayer unfortunately has himself supply capped, which is very unfortunate, but he is going to spit out an Overlord. And going for a spawning pool. So I guess Dragon Slayer really was trying for an earlier spawning pool than FuriousGeorge was. So maybe he was happy with that supply cap. Are we going to have a fast expand? Oh, beautiful. So we have a macro versus micro game, it looks like. FuriousGeorge is focusing on his macro play, and Dragon Slayer wants to end this game extremely quickly with a bunch of Zerglings. I want to say Speedlings, but they do not have the upgrade. So the Zerglings are heading across the map. I'm going to click on them and do this. There we go. That's nice, eh? Alright, here they come. Very slowly. Very slowly. This is a slow rush, yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Go in the ramp. Go up the ramp. Stupid Zerglings. Alright. Zerglings have penetrated the main base of FuriousGeorge. They are heading for the workers. The workers are running away like cowardly little babies. Unfortunately, babies aren't very good at running, so those drones really should just attack the Zerglings. I think they could handle them pretty easily. Yep. Oh! Queen and Lings coming out, but those workers they're going to have to go back to mining. In the meantime, we've got a little bit, not too much of an attack. The Queen, she doesn't move too fast off of her goopy creep, so she's going to head back to where it's a little more advantageous for her, where she can run away really quickly. And we got a nice pull from Furious. He's still maintaining a supply lead, so aside from the lost mining time, he's probably going to pull out ahead in this. Okay, those Lings get cleaned up pretty easily. A couple more coming in, but 2 Lings are not going to be a problem for this one Queen. I don't think. Oh my god. She's not going to die. Is she going to die? Oh my god. Okay, the Queen almost died, but she survived. She got 3 kills. And FuriousGeorge is going into a little bit of a defensive posture. And he is working on getting... What is he building here? Alright, so still focusing on his macro, which is a good solid style. Getting them workers. Possibly not really enough worker saturation to get a transfer right now, but that's okay. He had to use the workers to defend. Back in the Dragon base, he has taken no gas. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys right now what's going on here. I'm going to tell you right now. This guy has gotten into silver just using... What would that be, a 10 pool? I think that's a 10 pool, actually. Okay, so he's gotten into silver just 10 pooling. I'm going to guarantee it. Because it's now almost 7 minutes and he's only taking 1 gas. That's a bit late. But the thing about FuriousGeorge is he's faced this kind of adversity before. He knows how to handle it. Got a little supply blocked with that Scouting Overlord, but he's going to bounce back. I'm sure of it. Also, guys, thanks for coming out for StarCraft Happy Hour in Ireland. Please follow on Twitch, the Noob Gaming Pro Twitch channel. And also follow me on Twitter at SC2Mistakes, so you know when we're doing any live shows. Dragon Slayer taking a 7.5 minute expansion, which is actually pretty late for a Zerg player, but it seems like Dragon Slayer is used to winning his games early. I think he's not really necessarily too prepared for transitioning into a macro game. Going for Roach Warren, but not putting down another Vespene Geyser. That's probably unfortunate. Let's take a look at the units tab. We have 18 drones for FuriousGeorge, and we have 17 for Dragon Slayer. So Furious has come out on top a little bit there, even though he had to pull his workers to defend. His production's been good enough that he's been able to keep up with Dragon Slayer and his aggression. But FuriousGeorge now has a much bigger army. If we look at the tab, he's doubled his army size. So might be able to see a nice counterattack out of FuriousGeorge. Moving in with a whole slew of Lings. Whoops, sorry guys. Here they are, here they come. And they just got their speed upgrade. That is awesome, but they don't want to engage where the spine crawlers are. So they're going to try and take down the natural expansion. They're not even worried about being picked off by other Zerglings. Oh, no, there they go. Now they're going to run away. They did a good number on that natural. It looks like Furious actually has a contingent ready to go coming up. Oh, man, he just ran away just to come back. With speed, he's able to outmaneuver and kite these Zerglings, and he just wants to get rid of... Okay, now he's going to clean up the Zerglings. Speedlings should handle them with not too much trouble. The Queen's going to go down for sure, too. I think. Yes, she is dead. The Queen is dead. Oh, beautiful. And run away from those Broodlings. You don't need to worry about them because they will auto-destruct. Boom, just like that. Very nice. Alright, so supply is even, but I gotta say, I think that FuriousGeorge is, he's definitely taken a huge, huge lead here. Streaming in more, is it going mass speedling? Wow. That's going to be very, very difficult for Dragon Slayer to handle. Although Dragon Slayer is going also for, it seems like he wants to get some Hydralisks. But he's a one-basing Zerg, which, as most people know, not very strong. Even when it's up against a natural with only 2 workers on it. Okay, unfortunately though, Dragon Slayer does have some roaches, which are going to be too much for this Queen to handle. The roaches are going to do some damage. I don't think they're going to be able to get that down before the Speedlings arrive. Speedlings take care of their own first and then surround the roaches, but they're not going to get a strong enough surround. Oh no. Oh no. If Dragon Slayer focuses, he might actually get rid of this natural from Furious as well. Oh my god, the game is evened up. It seems like we got a very Ling-heavy army out of Geo. The Broodlings actually helped out quite a bit there. And we have a couple roaches out of Geo as well, so pretty even, man. Pretty even. Alright, so let's take a look at the units lost tab. Wow, we have an extremely even game here. Units killed 57 to 56 between Dragon Slayer and FuriousGeorge. Okay, in the meantime, if we take a look at the Dragon Slayer base, he has taken his natural. Again. Both players, in fact, I think will be... Looks like FuriousGeorge is going to be a little behind on his. These 2 roaches are going to get caught. Oh, yeah, unfortunate. But the Speedlings are going to come in to help with the other roaches. If they get a good surround, the roaches might go down pretty quickly. More roaches coming in from FuriousGeorge. And a cancel was forced on Dragon Slayer, so FuriousGeorge is still in the lead. And we have a one-basing Zerg versus a one-basing Zerg. That's awesome. Not very often you get to see that. Alright, Dragon Slayer now realizing that Lings have been kicking his ass all game, building a whole bunch more, but he's not getting the upgrade. Excuse me, the metabolic boost, which gives the Zerglings their wings. Oh, hold on, I'll show you guys. Look at those wings. So unfortunately, only one of these players knows how to upgrade Zerglings, and the other player, I don't know, let's hope he knows how to die. Because unfortunately, I am rooting for FuriousGeorge. Here he's coming in with a bit of a Ling Roach army, trying to get rid of those spine crawlers before they go down, forcing another cancel. This is the 3rd time the Dragon Slayer has lost his natural. The meantime, FuriousGeorge has his natural almost completed and is maintaining that forward pressure, which is so great at keeping your opponent bottled up and stuck inside his one base. Dragon Slayer is very afraid, putting down those spine crawlers at the front of his main, but if he stays within that one base, he's going to find himself completely outmatched by FuriousGeorge, who not only will have a bigger army, but will have a much larger economy. And the pressure is going to be all on Dragon Slayer. Again, the army's coming in, catching the spine crawler before it's able to burrow. Doesn't even get one shot off. Is this other spine crawler going to go down? No. It looks like Furious is going to back out of there. Going for his missile attack upgrades, which I believe affect... Yes, they do. That's a upgrade for the roaches, as well as Hydralisks. And as we see, Dragon Slayer desperately trying to get that natural built again, but now FuriousGeorge has taken his third and is outbasing his opponent. I don't believe that Dragon Slayer is going to be able to bounce back from this kind of a macro lead that FuriousGeorge has taken. Dragon Slayer is, however, making 7 Hydralisks and moving out with his army. Oh, Furious got supply blocked by that. And looks like he's going to retreat just a little bit. Alright, let's take a look at the units tab. We've got 34 workers for Furious, and only 27 for Dragon Slayer. He doesn't even have his second completed. It's always a good idea to take down these rocks on this map. Opens up the pathway here between your natural expansion and your second expansion. And you then have the opportunity to knock down these rock towers, which will then lay flat across the entire gap and make it much harder for the enemy army to attack you. It's a nice little natural wall that you can build by knocking down rocks. Okay, these rocks are going to disappear in a moment. Let's take a look back at Dragon Slayer. Still with his Roach Hydra Ling army. Looks like he is really trying hard to get his production up, to get his income to match FuriousGeorge. I don't think that's going to happen, not for quite a long time. Not really sure why these Hydralisks are at the back. And as we can see, we're nearing the 20-minute mark, and Dragon Slayer is almost completely mined out in his main base. So he's going to start getting really low on money really fast, and Furious is going to have a major, major, major advantage over Dragon Slayer. Also, Furious is going for his upgrades on a very, very regular basis, which is excellent. Upgrades make a big, big difference, especially at any level in this game, actually, at any level. And sometimes battles can completely be decided by who got the upgrades and who didn't. Okay. I love how slow queens are off creep. Okay, so looking at the production tab, we see that Furious is going for a whole lot of roaches, going for his upgrades and roaches and lings, which if Dragon Slayer is heading for the Hydralisk route, I think this is a really, really smart choice. Muscular augments. Okay, I'm not... What do they do? Oh, cool. Okay, guys, if you're watching a game and you want to know what's being researched, you can actually click on it. Here, I'll show you. Okay, scroll away. I see muscular augments. Click on them. It takes me right to the Hydralisk den. So this is the Hydralisk speed upgrade. We're going to have what looks like a... Oh my goodness, we have Banelings coming as well from Dragon Slayer. Hydralisk, this is going to be a ground army attack between two Zerg players. And Furious is actually allowing Dragon Slayer to saturate his natural. Dragon Slayer still being very cautious. I guess he's worried about Muta harass. He's got his Hydras at his worker lines. Doing his research on his Hydras, going for a Baneling nest as well. And look at all these great upgrades coming out of FuriousGeorge. That is going to make a huge, huge difference. And now, once again, our Zerg player Dragon Slayer is on one base effectively because he's mined out his first completely. So I have a feeling he's going to be in a bit of trouble, as we've got Furious just finishing his first, saturated on his second, saturated on his third, and the macro lead is going to swing heavily into the favor of Furious George. Dragon Slayer, though, he knows the rock trick, so he's tossed those rocks down to make it a little harder so he can get this expansion up. Oh, but it looks like Furious knows the trick as well. We have both of our players are map abusers, it seems. Let's take a look at the unit tab. We have 47 workers for Furious and 36 for Dragon Slayer. The army tab, oh, actually Dragon Slayer's managed a bit of a comeback here. He has got wow, if you look at those numbers, he just spit out a ton of units, including Banelings. Banelings, he's primarily gone Banelings and Hydralisks. So this should be very, very interesting. The Banelings will be able to run in at the front, deal out a whole bunch of damage, while the Hydralisks, hopefully at the back, are doing damage from far away. But again, another big distinction between Furious and Dragon Slayer is no upgrades for Dragon Slayer. He's got no upgrades, and he's moving out to attack where Furious has 1-1. So this should be very, very interesting. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, Dragon Slayer actually wants to just go and take out Furious's third, but he's going to get flanked. Furious runs in, Lings first, the Roaches against the Hydras. Oh my god, the Banelings didn't do as much damage against the Roaches as they possibly could have. More reinforcements coming from Furious George. It's a Hydra attack with +1/+1 Hydras versus the Dragon Slayer's unupgraded ones, and they're all going to fall. Woo! Furious killed that. That was awesome. Let's take a look at the units killed. Oh my god, this game is incredibly close. So still a very, very close game, but the larger army of Dragon Slayer fell to the upgraded army of Furious, who has now gone to 2-2. So excellent. Really great to play, or great to see. And he's been able to take 3 bases. He's now taking a 4th. Leaving Dragon Slayer essentially on 2. Alright, so in the meantime, Furious is knocking down the rocks. I think he wants access. He's not bringing his whole army, he's just bringing in his speedlings. I'm not even sure if Dragon Slayer even has speed yet. He does not. I do not believe he has speed. No, he doesn't. So, oh man, he's going to be able to get right out of there. That won't be a problem. Hydralisks get a couple shots, but they're not going to be able to catch the fast Lings. And the Rocks took a bit of damage, but they're not down yet. Good thing is, though, that Rocks do not heal. So... oh my god, this is a super long game. Awesome. Alright guys. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Slayer's like, man, I don't get it. How come his Lings are so fast? I don't get it at all. Sad. What Ling what? Ling speed? What is that? Yeah, he doesn't know. But he does know spine crawlers. In the meantime, let's pull up the army tab. The army is again extremely even. This is a very, very, very close game. But let's take a look at the income. Obviously, Furious George has a massive lead. So he's able to... He's got 80 Harvesters compared to 46 for Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is really behind, and Furious George is able to trade armies over and over if he really wants to maintain that lead. It's not going to be a problem. His upgrades are at 2-2. Now going for, what's that, Spire. Yeah, going for a Spire, so possibly we might see some air units coming out of Furious. Ooh, getting flanked by Dragon Slayer, not a great position. So he's going to pull back. Meantime, Ling's up on the high ground. Also, guys, if you're if you're watching, please subscribe to Noob Gaming Pro on Twitch. You not only get myself, Agamemnon, you also get FuriousGeorge, Lucieris, Untidy Intent, Zero Rep, and all kinds of awesome members of the Noob Nerd Army. Out here, just bringing you content for the fun of the game. And we hope you guys enjoy it too. Also, feel free to follow Noob Gaming Pro on Twitter so that you're kept abreast of when anybody goes live. The Banelings are being out-microed. Oh, they did get some hits there, and Dragon Slayer has discovered Speedlings. And oh man, I think the other Speedlings coming in from the back are going to work and distract the Hydralisks well. FuriousGeorge has cleaned everything else up with his roaches, but I have a feeling they're all going to die. Dragon Slayer taking this battle, and that would be 1 for 1. We have one good battle won by FuriousGeorge and one battle won by Dragon Slayer. Man, it is hot in here. Whew! I need more beer. Delicious cold beer. Alright, let's take a look at the unit tab. Oh, you know what? No, we want the army tab. Alright, so, again, these two... Wow, Furious just got really mad. He did not like losing that, so he's pouring his energy into this Hydralisk army. He's saying to himself, I lost to Hydralisks, I can do my Hydralisks better than you can do yours, and mine are upgraded. And Dragon Slayer, who has only recently discovered speed boost for Zerglings, unfortunately has not discovered that it's possible to upgrade any of your units. So that's too bad. Let's see all these Banelings. Oh! Okay, that wasn't too bad. Come on, Furious, you're upgraded. Hit him, hit him. Now gonna do a little Hydra dance here. Oh! Oh, the Banelings! Oh! Oh my goodness, so Dragon Slayer is gonna actually drive Furious back, doing a little stutter step micro there, trying to do as much damage as possible. Oh, the Banelings, though, they're just too much. Roaches come in to help tank some of that damage, and the Hydralisks from Dragon Slayer actually look like they want to push right up into the natural expansion of FuriousGeorge, but oh man, this is not looking good for Furious. If you guys are in the chat and you're watching this, Furious might need some cheering on, because it looks like one of the Evo Chambers just went down. The Roaches are getting fed directly to the Hydralisks, pulling the workers, bringing in more Roaches, and this... Oh my god, more Speedlings coming in from Dragon Slayer. I don't see how Furious is going to be able to hold this. Oh no, well there's only a couple Roaches. There's 3 Roaches. We got a big worker pull. Getting excellent surrounds on the Hydralisk, and the army of Dragon Slayer has been repelled. Wow. Wow. These workers just coming up just to, you know, just to see what's left. And there's nothing left, so they're going to go home. Let's take a look at the army tab. Furious, his macro has finally paid off. Because he has so much money, he's able to produce so much more than Dragon Slayer, who's only now taking a 4th base. And Furious is going to be able to rebuild that army very, very, very quickly. Alright, so let's take a look at... We got the army tab up. Oh my god, we've got massive amounts of Mutalisks. The bane of every Zerg, Protoss, and Terran. Maybe not Terran. But I hate Mutas. They're horrible. Okay. I want to see these mutas do some massive damage. Terran Widowmines, yes, do a lot of damage to Mutalisks. Also Thors, apparently. Handle Mutalisks pretty good. Dragon Slayer's got really poor saturation on his base. I didn't realize his workers were that low. Ah, it's awful. Alright, Stiggler units lost. As these mutas go in, they're going to shred all the workers. There's no spore crawlers to be spoken of, and they're just going to sit here and take this base out. In the meantime, Dragon Slayer is moving up with his army. He realizes he can't defend, so maybe just attack, and we might have a base race on our hands, people. Ultras coming in from Dragon Slayer. Oh, they're going to fall pretty quickly, I think, to these roaches. Yeah, those Ultralisks are going down. In the meantime, mutas just want to go for the hive. We have more Banelings just shredding the Hydralisks, but it doesn't even matter because Banelings cannot hit Mutalisks. Furious is focusing on the technology structures of Dragon Slayer, making it impossible for him to counter with Hydralisks. If he can get the den, that would be a big help. Looks like he wants to actually take out the Ultralisk den. Or Cavern. Or maybe he's just not... Maybe they're just on auto attack. Because there's a couple over here too. Oh, I love that transfuse. That was awesome. And Dragon Slayer is going to call a GG. And that is game over. Woohoo! Furious, that was an awesome game. Thank you very much for sending that replay. That was super cool. Also, guys, thanks for dropping in for StarCraft Happy Hour. We are not done yet. We're going to load up another replay right after this. GG Furious. Well played, well played. That was awesome. Guys, I have to take a little bit of a bathroom break, but I'm going to be right back, and we're going to bring you some more epic StarCraft Happy Hour action from Ireland. I'm not Furious. I am Agamemnon. Thanks for coming out. Hang in there, guys. We're going to be back in 2 minutes. If even. Alright guys, thanks for being patient. I'm back and welcome again to another episode of StarCraft Happy Hour, brought to you by myself and usually FuriousGeorge from SC2 Mistakes. Welcome back guys. We had a really great, exciting, fun game between FuriousGeorge and Dragon Slayer. Unfortunately, Dragon Slayer is not the FuriousGeorge Slayer, so he had to go down. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Please subscribe and follow to the channel on Twitch here at Noob Gaming Pro, and go check out all of this stuff if you want to follow us as well. So, awesome. Thank you for sending us your replays. When we get them, we'll check them out, and maybe you guys might be on next week. Alright. So, I'm going to put something to the chat really quickly. Do you guys want to watch... Okay, I don't know how weird it's going to be for me to commentate or cast one of my own games, but do you guys want me to cast one of my games, or do you want to watch an epic game between like two diamond awesome level players? What do you guys want? You tell me. Because I'm not that great. As you can see. See? Hey, welcome Austin. Glad to have you, buddy. Or I should say, Akpa, or... Yeah. Okay, Master Mike. Okay, we got our first request from Furious. Austin, send me any Rage replays, buddy. Those would be awesome. Okay, cool. So, we're going to jump into game number 2. This may be the last game of the evening. This was submitted to us by Master Mike. And I believe it's between him and Anguish, old good friends of SC2 Mistakes, and awesome games to watch. Let's see if we can find them. Here we go. Just in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, let's do this. There we go. Okay. So I've got to find... I'm going to my replays folder. Here we go. And if you guys send me replays, this is where you're going to end up as well, right here in submissions. And then you can see I've got all these nice people sending me replays that get shown up on StarCraft Happy Hour. So let's take a look at Mike. I think we're going to take... Okay, the last one we just saw was Agamemnon Wastes. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't actually have any other games by Furious, so he's going to have to send me some more. Not in Heart of the Swarm, anyway. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. We're going to open it with SC2 Gears. See how long it is. Okay, this should be a good one, actually. Okay. Let's watch the replay. Here we go. Alright guys, welcome back to StarCraft Happy Hour. This is... Oh, hold on. Alright, sorry, I gotta pause for a quick second. I don't need to pause. It's fine. Alright, we have game number 2 of the evening, and our player in the top left, playing as a Protoss, or as Protoss, we have Mike! And he's wearing green. Hold on, this music's a little too abrasive for me. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. Alright, let's hope that's not too bad. Alright, back to StarCraft. We have in the bottom left, wearing his pink jumpsuit, we have the Zerg player, Anguish! Cool. So this map is on, I think this is Whirlwind. I think. Whirlwind is a very, very big map. I'm not really following exactly what they have to say. Okay, alright. So, we see that Anguish is sending out... He's got these really creepy-looking overlords, by the way. They are really weird looking. Look at all those dangly things they have, and, like, pipes sticking out of their tops, and... Let's zoom in. Let's take a closer look at these nasty things. Ugh. Okay, so that's one of the cool things that they added to Heart of the Swarm, was the ability to put skins on units. They don't really do anything different. They just look different. So, Mike has actually sent out his first scout. Oh, actually, no, he's not sending out a scout. He's going Nexus first. So Mike's going Nexus first. Looks like our Zerg player is going Hatch first as well. So we have no army, no army to speak of whatsoever just yet. And this is more of a safe play on such a large map. Looks like the first player to find the other one is going to be Anguish. With his Overlord scouting, he's going to find Mike. But Mike is not going to know where Anguish is. Interestingly, too, it seems that Mike is oh, no, he is going for more workers. I thought he was stopping production at 16, but he is not. He is continuing his production. Anguish is supply blocked for what I imagine will be a short period. There it is. Anguish now has his natural up. Looking for a nice little worker transfer. Which has not happened yet. Oh, because he's busy putting down a third. So we're going to have a 3 versus 2 base. And we have not a... Well, I guess we don't really have a forge fast expand. We have an expand with a forge. And 1 photon cannon so far. Definitely like to see a worker transfer from Mike and from Anguish. Let's see if he did it. No, not yet. Okay, so that's one thing that I'd like to see improved a little bit, is a bit more of a fast worker transfer when you put down a new base. That would be good. Now these destructible bricks here, I don't know if that's exactly why Mike... Oh, he's building a wall. Ooh, nice. Okay, cool. So Mike actually built a wall from his Nexus, Pylon, Forge Gateway, Cyber Core, and another photon cannon, so that he has full access, full movement behind the back, as we can see here, and out. He's not locked in, but for Zerg to get in by ground, they actually do have to go in through this area right here, taking shots from the photon cannons. So Speedlings are going to have a really hard time getting into Mike's natural. So that's pretty cool. Like to see that. I believe this is Diamond League. Still really wish we saw a worker transfer. Workers are pretty even on Anguish's main and natural, but his third definitely could use a few. Whereas in the Mike base, his natural is really undermined. Or underserviced? I don't know. It just doesn't have enough workers, while the natural is really saturated. Or, sorry, the main is really saturated, so it'd be great to see those workers moving over, but I'm sure that Mike is very busy with a whole bunch of things at the same time, and so that's probably why that's happening. But that wall was really cool to see how he planned that out, even shooting down the destructible bricks to put down the last piece of the puzzle, this photon cannon. That was really cool. Okay, Anguish is just hanging out over here. Looks like he's pretty much just trying to macro hard, get as many drones as he can. Let's take a look at the units tab. We have 47 workers to 47 workers. Very interesting. So, a 2-basing Protoss player with 47 workers. Unfortunately, these really need to move over to the natural expansion. Well, our Zerg player has 47, or now he has 51 on 3 bases. take a look at the army tab. Army's relatively even. We've got a larger army for Anguish because he's built a bunch of roaches. Now the problem is roaches don't do very well against air units like like the Void Ray or the Mothership Core. But Anguish is now made aware that Void Rays are on the field since they are killing his overlords. Now Queens do handle Void Rays pretty well. Although I shouldn't even say that. I don't know how they stand up against... well, they're not armored, so they don't get extra damage done by the Void Ray when they use their prismatic alignment. I don't think a Void Ray versus a Queen is going to work. He's going to have to back off. But at least he's given a little bit of harassment. He's going to get chased away by these Queens very, very easily. Oh, but he's going to pick off a couple Overlords, it looks like. Nope. Nope. Gonna have to run away. Run away. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, we got more Void harassments coming down to the south end. In the meantime, Anguish is deciding that he's going to push out with his force of roaches. They have +1 attack. They do not have +1 armor. And they're going to go up against a whole... well, not a whole bunch, but a few Void Rays and a Mothership Core, which is not really that advisable because the Mothership Core using Time Warp will be able to hold the roaches in place for a period of time. The Void Rays are able to use their prismatic alignment, which does extra damage to armored units like the Roach, and the Roaches also can't hit them. So I'm not really sure if this is going to go in the favor of Anguish. I have a feeling he's going to get spanked just a little here. There goes the Time Warp, but the problem is the Void Rays have to deal with the small amount of Hydralisks that are there. Focus firing would really be good. Okay, so the Hydralisks are gone, and the Roaches could probably just run up this ramp and not bother here, but they want to take out the Cyber Core, which will slow down any more progression technology-wise for Mike, but no, he does not. Oh, they're going to focus it down again. I think they're actually going to focus down the Void Rays, chasing the Void Rays off, and they're going to try and pick off the Cyber Core, which they're able to get. And they're going to come directly up into the ramp, into the main of Mike, and he's going to have to be very careful here. But these Void Rays, and we have Carriers on the field. Wow, I haven't seen a carrier game in a while. This is awesome. Okay, cool. Cool. We have Carriers. Sweet. Alright, Carriers are lots of fun because when they attack against Hydralisks, and the Hydralisks are not paying attention, they're just like all around like shooting these little flying pesty things, and they're not actually focusing on the carrier itself, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the army tab. We have a very even army composition from both players. I think, oh yeah, Mike just went and took a third. So now we have 3 bases against 3 bases. No, we have 3 versus 4. Anguish is not going to fall behind, that's for sure. The armies are stacking up pretty even, but Anguish is being smart. He's getting a good amount of Hydralisks. He's got +1 on both of them. Meantime, Mike is going Sky Toss. He does have +1/+1 on all of his air units as well, which should help, but this army, these many Hydralisks might be a little too much to handle. Here we go. The Carrier's spitting out its... oh, but you know what? Those Hydralisks are going to go down, and the Roaches just are no help at all. Yeah, the Roaches are going to have to fall back. They're going to have to run away. It looked like Anguish really was focusing on the Mothership Core, which he was able to get rid of. But unfortunately, that left the Carrier all by itself. And the Carrier now has 10 kills. Nice placement of photon cannons right here between the 2 ramps, which helps with the defense. Oh my god, that's a lot of cannons right there too. So Mike is being very defensive of his third. Bringing in more carriers. Love it. Love mass carrier. Oh my god, I'm glad I picked this replay, guys. We have a PVZ with mass carriers and void rays. What? Yes. Anguish has learned from his previous mistakes. He is now doing a worker transfer. And this army, unfortunately... Oh, those Lings look weird. Or those Zerglings look super weird. Let's check them out. Oh, I can't see. They got like spiny backs and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Okay, so going still for... He's getting his upgrades. He's going for a lot of Hydralisks. Got 2-2 on his Hydras. And hopefully the Roaches, I imagine, are there so that they can take out buildings. But... or maybe just soak up a bit of damage. The carrier's gonna get... Oh, don't lose the carrier! Oh, the carrier goes down, Time Warp goes down, and the Hydralisks are a little difficult to deal with. But those carriers are just cleaning them up. Oh my god, this is amazing. The carriers and the Void Rays are going to make very, very short work of those Roaches. And it looks like we have a Spire going up for Anguish. Where is he putting it? I can click on it, I think, right? Oh, there we go. Okay. Spire just finishes for Anguish. I think he's probably... I don't know if he's going to be going for Mutalisks. Maybe Corruptors. Not sure. But this one little Roach has drawn the ire of this massive air toss army, who I think is going to just continue to move in. No, they're not. They're going back. I think they could have done a lot of damage to that other expansion. Yeah, Broodlords wouldn't be too helpful in this situation. Alright, let's take a look at the unit tab. We've got 65 workers to 71. So Mike is actually keeping his macro even ahead of Anguish. Even at the same time as spitting out Carriers and Void Rays. This is incredible. He doesn't even have... Oh no, he now has one ground unit. One. A Stalker. One Stalker. Guess he's relying on these cannons to kind of help with defense. I think this may be the first first robo facility that Mike has put down. So he does not have detection yet. Is he going to see this Zealot? Yep, he saw him. Very cool. Oh, we've got a Mothership Core on the way. Woo! We've got Mothership Core, we've got Carriers. Oh my god, this is the best! Guys, I hope you're enjoying this game as much as I am. This is epic. We have Tempests! Oh, wonderful. Alright, so we're going to see how we've got Corruptors coming. Corruptors being made. We've got air upgrades. I really don't think there's anything that Anguish can do right now that's going to handle this air toss army. Haven't even seen, I don't even think I've seen a Mothership Core in Heart of the Swarm. So this is going to be super fun. More Tempests. Oh my god, I've got to try this. Alright, looks like Anguish is not too sure what's coming down the pipe. Oh no, he's seen it. He's sending in changelings. He's getting lots of scouting information. He knows what he's up against. But unfortunately, he's just going to go back home and make lots and lots of Corruptors. If he's able to focus fire with these Corruptors, he might be able to survive, but we're going to have a max Protoss versus a max Zerg, and I think Anguish is a little behind. His air upgrades just are not there yet, whereas Mike's upgrades are 2-1-2 with Tempests and Void Rays and Carriers and motherships cloaking. Fortunately, though, Anguish does have eyes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Tempests are going to get a few shots in. Oh my god, the Corruptors focus fire the mothership so quickly. Oh, but the Void Rays are getting taken out. They're not able to do the damage that they need, I don't think. Oh my god, are these carriers actually going to do what I think they're doing to the Zerg army? Carriers and Tempests are wiping out the Corruptors. Oh my god, let's take a look at the units lost. 175 units lost from Anguish and only 80 from Mike. Wow. Wow. I kind of have the feeling that Mike might have this in the bag, but they're okay, so we got a Nidus network going down, lots of Hydralisks coming out. The Corruptors did not help as much as they really could have. However, Vipers are not being used in this engagement at all, and I think perhaps Vipers with the Blinding Cloud, well, I'm not even sure if Blinding Cloud works on air. I think it does. Okay. Hydras are going to try and snipe down these carriers, but they have to back off because of the Tempests and because of the DTs and the cannons. We've got more carriers coming in for Mike. This army just doesn't look big enough for Anguish. He's definitely fallen behind in the army category. And Mike is making use of his DTs to scout out, find locations where his enemy might be expanding. That's always a smart move. And in the meantime, we've got a ton of carriers, a couple Tempests, and we got that Mothership Core coming back out. This is awesome. We now have 3-3 on the air units. Whew! Incredible. I have a feeling that we're going to see a Nidus network being thrown down by Anguish. Come on, you can do it, Anguish. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, Mike is somewhat aware that there might be something coming down the pipe. He's got a patrol on his stalker. I don't really think that the Nidus network is going to be able to finish here. Okay, guys, hold on 1 second. I've got some death metal on. I'm gonna I'm gonna change it real quick. There we go. That's better. All right, let's hit play. Oh, he caught that overseer. Doesn't look like there's going to be any Nidus network. And Mike is going to be maxed out, and he's all air. That's all. Well, he's got a couple ground units, but nothing much to speak of. I think he's fully upgraded, almost completely upgraded. I think there might be one more Protoss Plasma Shield upgrade. And he's going to go up against the pure Hydra Corruptor army of Anguish. Not sure if they're going to meet up or if they're going to miss each other completely. Because it looks like Mike is moving through the center of the map. No. No, he is moving sideways. Eastbound. And he will intercept a couple of those Hydras. Mike's air army, though, has too much range with the Tempests and with the carriers. Oh man, everything melts so fast. But Anguish has not given up yet. He's focusing down the carriers with his Corruptors. Carriers are dropping pretty quickly, but the Tempests are doing a huge amount of damage. And the Corruptors are going to melt. I have a feeling that's going to be GG, and there it is. Oh my god, that was incredible. Woo! Amazing. Amazing. Whew! Oh man, my throat is killing me. So I actually need a bit of a drink. I'm going to pause the music, have a drink. And guys, that was 2 awesome fun games sent to me from Furious and from Mike. So I think this is going to be the end of StarCraft Happy Hour, episode 13, live from Ireland. Thank you guys for coming out, and stick around after the show. I'll hop in the chat and see if you guys have any questions or anything I didn't get to during the broadcast. So again, guys, please follow and subscribe to the Twitch channel of Noob Gaming Pro, and do all this good stuff down at the bottom. Do all of that, and that way we can let you know when we go live. I'm Agamemnon, and you guys are awesome, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching another episode of StarCraft Happy Hour, guys. I'm gonna play a little movie for you, and then we're gonna go. Let's see. Let's quit this. Okay, I gotta actually quit StarCraft, so give me a second. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. Again, guys, thank you very much. Stick around the chat after the show.